bob, marker, and tape measure. Get some reference points down here. Referencing on the inset. Referencing on the plywood. That way when I swap the black fender back over here, I can reference these same marks and put this tape layout on the other fender also. Plumb bob these straight down to here. So that's how we'll mark them from here back up then to the black fender. And then we'll lay out the same tape lines on the black fender. The plan is, once we get that laid out, after a lot of double, triple, quadruple measuring, I'm going to cut this shape out. I'll cut on the outside of this tape line. All the way around here. And I'm going to cut that shape out on this fender. I'll cut it out on this fender. And lo and behold, we should have a drop in. That's the plan anyway. Hopefully all these contours are pretty close on these fenders. You know, you look at those, you just guess. I think I've got a contour gauge over here still yet. I don't think I got rid of that. I get it out so I could check that a little bit, but that would be the only thing. But we'll make it fit. That's why I'm leaving, you know, it'd be an inch out here. More in the corners to work with. Inch around the bottom. Leave an inch around it that we can work with to do our blend in. We'll make it fit. Okay, I'm going to swap these out and we'll mark out the black one. Alright, we got the new fender back up on the table here. Fasten her back down, right within our lines. Let's see, here. Right on our lines, everything looks really good. They're back into place. Okay, then I showed you, I had this all laid out. Well, I took a piece of just tracing paper. Put that down, marked off on our tape guides where it was, where it goes. Took a pencil, I just held it on the edge and marked down the crown of the curve where we go down, just so I have this for later. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it now. I had said before, I use the plumb bob here to drop this down to where our lines were down here, okay? Made the marks back up on the top, same way over here. That showed us where our tape went. And like on here, I'll show you something here. I've talked about these before. This is a Stabilo pencil. Okay, they're a non-permanent pencil. Here's one by a different company. They're like a waxy pencil. They're not like a grease wax or anything. They'll wipe right off. You want to get rid of the mark. Don't leave any resin after about painting. It comes off real nice. These make it nice to mark on dark items with. That's what I'm using there. And then you can see here, right by our marks here, where we had our tape served. We had all this marked and measured out. We ran the tape lines. And what that does is it duplicates what we have on here. I've measured it and measured it and measured it. So tape measure out here, measured it from here down to the crown here. Same way here. Did the same thing over here on this one. Measure from here to the crown. Same way here to the crown. Did the same on this one. Cross-checked all the measurements multiple times just to make sure it looks like our guide is in the same place. So that's where we're at. Now next, I'm going to pull my tracing paper off. I'm going to lay it over here. And we'll see what that opening then looks like on this part of the fender. See if it looks like we're in the right place, where we want it to be. We'll take some more measurements, transfer that mark over, and we'll go from there on it. So I'll bring you back when we get going on this. Alright, we removed the paper off of there. We put it over here. And allowing a little bit for stretch because this is pushing out and not in. We line up real nice. I'm real happy with where it shows my opening being. I took measurements again around here. Then again, allowing for the stretch a little because this is protruding out, the other is concave. So the paper won't stretch. I think we're going to be good. I'm happy with where it lays. Measurements show we're in the same place, so that means that once this fender is mounted on the truck, the spare tire is mounted to its holder, it should sit in this opening. Alright, next thing is going to be, we're going to cut this one out. I had talked about it before. I'm going to use my tape guidelines because they're the same on both fenders. And that's what I'm going to cut with. I'm going to cut on the outside right here. We'll cut this out all the way around on the outside of this tape line. Then we'll do the same thing on this fender. Cut it on the outside of the tape line. I think we're going to be pretty close on it. You know, when you're using tape for this, the tape can stretch right and left here a little bit. I'm going to throw a straight edge up on here and see how straight these up and down lines look. I want to keep these pretty straight. Make sure they're kind of the same on each one. This is a pretty long cut here. If we're off on one end, this could translate to a lot over the run, so you want to make sure we're good. This is a lot shorter run. A little bit of air on this section. It's pretty easy to make up. So we'll double check again on measurements on those. But that's how we're going to do this. So I'll bring you back when we get this all cut out, show you what we're looking like.